our cheeks. The language of no words is how we speak.
Hello there, and welcome to this week's Mindful Moment. It's me, Michael, and you know what? This week I've been thinking about you. We kind of need to get to know each other just a little bit more here. You may have been watching me for a few months now. You may have been watching me just for the past 2 weeks, talking to other people, talking about mindfulness and mindful living, and of course meditation is a huge part of that. But I think we have got a little relationship building to do. So I have asked some of my friends at Lululemon to put together 8 questions that will help you get a better idea of who I am, why I'm so passionate about mindful living, and why I believe that Lululemon is the only company that can introduce a mindful revolution within Canada, and hopefully why I want you to be a part of it. So, without further ado, let's jump into question number 1. The answer to that one is no doubt in my mind. It has to be the color blue. It matches the eyes that my mama gave me. It's the color of the the throat chakra rather. My favorite chakra. So there you go. The answer's blue. Well, it is no wonder that I loved The Lion King growing up because my zodiac sign is Leo. So, I mean, take what you want. What I am reading right now. Well, actually, I'm a huge reader. It's something I really love to do. Specifically right now, I am reading 2 books. One is Brene Brown's Rising Strong. I love a good Brene Brown. She's done a lot of research into vulnerability and shame and all of that juicy, juicy life work, doing a lot of qualitative research. So this one's all about resilience. I'm not that far into it, so I'm excited to learn more. And then what I'm also reading right now and I'm very excited about is Search Inside Yourself. Search Inside Yourself was written by, now I'm going to butcher the name, hopefully not, but Chad Meng Tan, and he was an engineer at Google who designed a whole mindful living emotional intelligence program called Search Inside Yourself. So I'm really interested in what this book's going to teach me. Other than that, I love to read anything and everything from magazines to Star Wars novels to just about anything. So if you have a good recommendation, let me know. What is mindfulness? There are so many answers to that question. In fact, if you ask anyone, you would get a different answer every single time, most likely. But Time Magazine released this really good special edition article recently on mindfulness, and it's a whole magazine about it. And they quote a guy named Jon Kabat-Zinn. Now, Jon Kabat-Zinn has created the definition within academic communities around what mindfulness is, and it's this. Mindfulness is paying attention in a particular way on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. That's a mouthful. So they actually reframe it a little bit better. They say mindfulness is about putting down our juggling balls for a little bit. It's about embracing the beauty of monotasking. I think that's pretty damn cool. And that's really what it is. Mindfulness is about putting down the millions of things that we have learned to multitask and simply being able to do one thing at a time. Now, mindfulness, mindful living, it's about being able to live one thing at a time. And the research just proves that's so much more successful. That's such a much more successful way to live in terms of our overall happiness. I'm into it. Why mindfulness for me? It's a huge part of who I am. So to distill it down right now, it's difficult. But mindfulness has impacted and changed my life for the better in every single way. Throughout a majority of my life, I've dealt with anxiety, and some of you probably know when you're anxious all the time, you limit yourself. You put up barriers, you put up ceilings, and you become more and more enclosed, and thus causes depression. So I'm familiar with that anxiety. I am familiar with depression. And for me, I wholeheartedly believe that mindfulness was the thing that brought me out of that and was able to launch me in many different directions, give me the courage to go after what I want, and to speak truthfully. It allowed me to make more change in my life and in other people's than my social justice work ever did. In a way, I guess this is kind of still continuing that work. Because it's about changing lives. It's about changing who we are. It's about seeing our potential. There's just so much for me. Why mindfulness? I guess the answer is there's just really no other way to live a very powerful life. This is a really tough question, and it's something I'm thinking about all the time. So if you have an answer, please let me know about how you're finding balance. But for me, I really think it is about play. Play is really important to me. I think it's one of the core values in my life. Play comes with doing things that I want to do. Play comes with curiosity and creativity and exploration. And without that sense of exploration, I'm just kind of exploiting everything I already know and have. And I don't really want to live a life that way. So I feel having a sense of play, whether it's reading, playing a video game, going for a walk, playing with a puppy, which is something that happens a lot at Briar Hill. I think that brings a lot of balance in my life. And sometimes, sometimes I actually don't believe in balance. I believe in integration. You are who you are at work. You're the same person at home, hopefully. So it's all about what you do to recharge. What you do to, recharge and be able to fill up in order to give more later. I hope this mindfulness initiative affects our people and thus our business. I want you to live part of my language. No, I'm not going to say it just in case, but I want you to live a friggin' kick-ass life. That's what I really want you to do. We're at the place to do it. Lululemon really is a place to do it. You have the resources to do it, even if you think that you don't. And I want to help with that. I want to learn from you. I want to gain knowledge from the amazing people that we have around here. I want our people to be the happiest people in the world. And I believe in order to do that, you need a mindful practice. You probably already have one, or maybe you don't. But I believe in order to be as happy as possible, we need it. Beyond that, if you are ecstatically happy, if you are, or not even happy all the time, but if you are able to be present and alive and awake, not on autopilot, that is going to impact our business incredibly. It is going to allow you to show up for every single person that walks into that door. It's going to give you the tools and resources to snap other people out of autopilot. So you can have organic conversations with people that come into our stores, our guests. And ultimately, it comes down to, I just really, truly want you to live the very best life that you can. It's something that I wish for myself, and it's something that I deeply wish for each one of you. So that's what this initiative is all about. It's about personal development, and it is about living the best friggin' life. Last question, where do you see this mindfulness initiative going? Well, the world, darling. Yeah, I mean, it is the world. I said already that I believe that Lululemon is the company that can bring mindful living to the forefront of every Canadian. I don't really believe there is any other company organization, institution that can do it like we can do it. So that's why I'm so passionate about being here and doing this work. Where I see us going, I see us moving into training, bringing mindful performance training to every single new hire that comes into our organization, despite whatever role they enter the company with. So I really believe that's incredibly important to give an idea of what it means to live a mindful life to our employees, because that's going to show up on our floor, that's going to show up for our guests, that's going to show up in the longevity of our time here at the company and our success, our overall success at the company as well. I can see mindfulness and mindful living or mindful practice within our vision and goal work. What I see also coming up for us in a really big way is elevating Lululemon into the national conversation around mindful living, mindfulness, and meditation that's already going on. It's already happening. And in order for us to get to where our 10-year vision wants us to be, which is one of the number one resources in Canada for people accessing meditation and mindfulness and mindful living, we've got to start the work now, right now, today, to really elevate us there. So there's conferences coming up. There's organizations that are taking interest in what we're doing here at Lululemon. And I'm really excited and I'm really passionate about getting us to that 10-year vision goal. And I really, really want you to join me. So if any of this has sparked interest in you or said this is something that I'm kind of curious about, please, please, please reach out to me. There's work to get done. There are lives to impact. There are things I haven't even thought of that need to happen. And I know that you just might be the person to do it. So if you're interested, please contact me, and thank you so much also for listening to this to these 8 questions and to me rambling on, because I think communication and connection is important. And if you have any questions about anything with regards to the mindfulness initiative, where we're going, what we're currently doing, do not hesitate to reach out to me on Facebook, in store, my email, mdl0287@gmail.com. And let's get this party started, okay? Until next time, much, much love, and we'll see you next time.